Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And I have to talk about something today where I thought the guys at Scopely must have celebrated a little bit too early, because at Event Change on Christmas Eve we got the Great Chase. That's a Incursion event, and when I show you and when I talk about it, you will see why I think that people have something better to do on New Year's Eve than grinding like hell. I honestly had to do armadas all the time this morning while I was working. Yes, on New Year's Day I had to work, but that's when you're self-employed that tends to happen. But nevertheless, I'm still happy to make some videos today for you on New Year's Day, because I know that a lot of my viewers really appreciate my videos, and so it is fun doing them for them, even on a day like this. So no problem with that. But let's have a look at the events. On my events, you can see that I have a lot of Incursion events here. And that's the Great Chase 1, 2, and 3, and some SLBs as well. The 1, 2, and 3 are SMS, that's solo milestones, and SLBs are solo leaderboards. To get the very first of those, you have to complete the enlistment SMS. To complete that one, you have to go to the event store, and I know that some people overlooked it yesterday. Of course, on New Year's Eve, there's on the outer edge is Bounty Hunt event store, and there you can claim the tokens that you need to complete the enlistment SMS. And when you did that and completed that and got your rewards, then the Great Chase 1 appears. And when you completed the Great Chase 1, the Great Chase 2 appears, and when you complete the Great Chase 2, the Great Chase 3 appears. I will go into some details in a second, but when you see this video, the time will be run out on that one. But as I saw in the Scopely announcement, the whole Incursion event will run until Friday, and so there's more to come, and so I decided still to make this video. The Great Chase 1 was done by grinding hostiles with some bonuses when you hunted Incursion or lost hostiles, but you always had to have one of your Incursion avatars on, and that's, I have to go out quickly, that's why on the top left you can see that I have the Incursion Bounty Hunter avatar on at the moment. And they always put more into it. On the Great Chase 2, you also could do it with armadas, group armadas, but you needed to get 11 times the points that you had to get in the Great Chase 2. And in Great Chase 3, they also added solo armadas, but you once again had to get 10 times the points you had to get for Great Chase 2. So I was quite busy doing that, and I only could complete the Great Chase 3 while I was working and writing scripts for my other channels. And I don't only have to work on this one. I have channels that I've done for a long time, and I started this one recently. And so they have to write scripts and all that's around having a YouTube channel, and not only one. And so I only could do this because I had kept my shipyard directives for the Monavine for quite some time, because I usually do them only in events, and that's the only reason why I completed Great Chase 3. If something similar will come in the next days, I'm completely out of solo armada directives and armada directives, because we did several armadas in parallel in my alliance, so that people could do as many armadas as possible for the Great Chase 2 alone. As you can see, when I'm filming, it's 4 hours until it ends. When this video is published, it just ended and the new stuff came, because there will be new stuff that you can see right now. And that is not only... I forgot to talk about the Proving Grounds, but I'll do that in a second. There will be more killing game events. There will be Incursion bounties that are not there yet, but tonight. And there are more events that will go from... they will start on January 3rd. That's Wednesday. And not today. They will start on Wednesday. And there's Incursion bounties, rookie bounties, journeyman bounty, and elite bounty. Erosion Bounties is a solo leaderboard, like Proving Grounds and everything. And the Rookie Bounty, the Journeyman Bounty, and the Lead Bounty are solo milestones like the Great Chase 1, 2, 3. I don't know what will be the content of it, because they didn't write. But what we have to do in those, I can't tell you. But if you haven't claimed the Great Chase 1 yet, I think you can still do it by saying that this will be over. I don't know if the timer starts the second you claim it, because Proving Grounds, no, the enlistment goes on another 2 days, so until Wednesday, until the new killing game events start. But the timer is running definitely as soon as you complete enlistment. So if you completed enlistment yesterday, or on let's say on Sunday, so on New Year's Eve, you will have to complete the Great Chase 1, 2, 3 until New Year's Day, so when this video comes out. If you haven't claimed it yet, I think that if you claim it now, you will have another, until the next event change, or another 24 hours. That's something I couldn't find out exactly. But that's why the enlistment is running for 3 days. But the single ones, the SLB and the SMS, are only running for 24 hours. Although I'm not so sure how they do it with the SLBs if people started later, because SLBs I'm competing against other players, as you can see, and but only 10 of them at the moment on the Great Chase 3, so the Proving Ground veterans. It's a little bit confusing, as you can see. By the way, I have to make this video, but the information, I got the full information. That's why I'm always looking down, because it's several pages of paper I had to print out, and it doesn't really say how this works with the timer. But looking at the enlistment, I have to think that there is some timer starting when you do the enlistment. If you know better, please leave a comment under the video, because that really is confusing. But nevertheless, the SLBs always go with the Great Chase 1, 2, 3. The Proving Grounds initiates goes with Great Chase 1, and you have to do exactly the same what you have to do for the Great Chase. The Proving Ground Bounty Hunters goes with the Great Chase 2, and there I had to do what the Great Chase 2 demanded. And Proving Grounds Veterans, I had to do what Great Chase 3 demanded. I'm ranking quite well on 1 and 3. On Great Chase 2, it's quite okay with 4th place, but I'm still confused, because was a very short night, because of course I couldn't sleep before all the noise was gone at about 2 something at night. I didn't celebrate yesterday because sometimes there's so much work that this doesn't work with going to parties. But I'm having a lot of carnival parties in January, because the carnival season is very early this year, and so there's no lack of parties, so I can skip a New Year's party and have a kind of quiet New Year's Eve for once. I usually go to parties there. But after a very short night, when I started working this morning, I was, as I said, always in armadas and shipyards and solo armadas and everything to get this done while I'm working. That's why it's still a bit confusing for me. But I just wanted to show you what it looks when the full stuff is in, and that there's more coming from Wednesday to Friday, where I don't know yet what to do, because all the descriptions don't say except that you have to finish those events. In the Erosion Bounties, you can get officers, for example, like Picard Beverly, so the series Picard Beverly, and Dazok. That's all I know. And the other rewards, they don't talk about. I'm missing announcements at the moment anyway. Usually when I'm filming this, a few hours later, we usually should have Incursion, because we also have Incursion prep, and it ends today. but there's no announcement at all about the incursions. I couldn't find any on Scopely Discord, on the Star Trek Fleet Command Discord. So we all gonna see some surprises probably with incursion starting without announcement. I don't know. I know which server we are up against from the incursion prep, but I have no clue, officially no clue, when that starts. But the prep ends today, and the last incursion was supposed to be on a Monday. Didn't happen because nothing worked, so they had to cancel it again. But we have no information. I haven't found any. If you have found any, you're lucky. But I looked on official Fleet Command Discord and found nothing. Nevertheless, that was just a kind of an improvised video on because of the whole situation and the surprise. I found it on the event description, of course, but nevertheless, the whole thing was quite confusing because of all the amounts you have to do. In the worst case, if you don't have armadas and no access to the Delta Quadrant, because it's a level 10 to level 60 event, you would have had to hunt 61,000 hostiles to complete this event. How do you want to do that? And we still don't know what the rewards will be. I mean, I got a lot of those tokens you get from those. If I look at the Chase 2, you get these Incursion bounty credits and Incursion bounty orders. We'll see what the orders will probably be for the next events from Wednesday to start those events. You have to earn them to start those events, I guess. But no clue what the rewards will be for the Incursion bounty credits. So that will be another surprise around this events. But nevertheless, it's interesting. I hope there will be something nice. There are very few officers I'm still lagging, still missing blue shards from. So maybe one of them is in there. We will see. But if you want to see a video where I definitely have a little bit more of proper information for my taste, the next video is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.